Hi there, my name's Galit Ventura Rosen.
And I am Angela Giles.
And we are the co-founders of Everyday Woman. And we are so excited to have you here with us on our first episode ever.
Yes, we're excited. Woohoo!
We're going to be covering different topics in each episode. And today we're going to be covering the topic, You Are Enough.
I love this topic, Galit. And I think it's very, very awesome that we're doing this as our very first episode, don't you?
I do.
You are enough.
Yes, and it's interesting to me because I think from a female perspective, I mean, Angela and I have had a few years experience being women. For some reason, we're so good at recognizing that our children, our significant others, our best friends, our sisters, our moms, we tell them all day long how they're enough, but we don't always recognize it ourselves.
That's true, Galit. In fact, I even struggle with this myself.
Of course.
I feel like I'm one of those people, and I think you are too, Galit, where everybody comes and talks to me, and I'm always mothering. I'm like that mothering person.
Yeah.
And then I sit back, even though I produce so much, I still sometimes at the end of the day, I'm like, I didn't do enough. I'm not good enough. Why? And I compare myself to, Sally Joe or Billy Bob Joe or whatever, right? That's hard.
It is. And we get asked a lot, since Angela and I are out there in the speaking world and also coaching, how can you believe you are enough? So we would love to share with you a little bit about our own experiences, as well as tips that you could logically take right away and start recognizing that you are enough. Because in mine and Angela's world, one of our number one goals is to show women that they are enough, and they should really be more concerned about the way that they feel about themselves more than what other people think about themselves.
Well, I absolutely agree with that. You know why? Because here's the thing. When you are giving and giving and giving and telling everybody else you're enough, you're amazing, you're brave, you're just wonderful, that takes a lot of energy, which is great. So you have to realize that you are enough, that you can allow yourself time to really sit with the fact that you're enough, just however you are.
Yeah, what are some of the things that you think we should be doing? I know that myself, what I have learned over the years, and I don't like to say getting older, I always like to say getting wiser.
Well, and getting more beautiful.
As I get wiser, I have learned that the judgment of other people around me really has nothing to do with me. It has something to do with them. So when I'm allowing that judgment to affect me, I'm giving them all this power over me.
Well, not only are you giving them power over you, but you're realizing then when you give them power over you, you take that on, you take their energy on, right? Yeah. And even if you think you aren't, you are. You're subconsciously taking it on, and then it's going to come out in different ways as you're dealing with different things that happen in your life or even your loved ones, right? And it can actually make you even feel worse, like you aren't enough, like even worse than that. So I highly encourage you to really watch who you hang around. I think that's another thing. If you hang around people that uplift you and tell you you are enough, like Galit always tells me, I'm enough, right?
I love sending you those little GIFs. I'm a little obsessed with GIFs. I love to send her GIFs in the morning through private messenger because we're both early birds and we're up way too early.
Like 5 a.m.
Yeah, way too early. That I'll send her a GIF and it has that little flashing, you are amazing, you are beautiful, you are wonderful, you are enough. And I do believe that when you surround yourself with people that share that with you, it's great, but still it's not always enough for you to believe that. So what are some of the tips that you like to tell other people that you use yourself?
Okay, so let me share. This is funny, but I like lipstick, and lipstick always gets on my teeth, right? So who does that happen to? So I have lots of lipsticks in my little box at home in front of my mirror, right, in the bathroom. So I take out one of my old lipsticks and I write something about myself that's amazing
on
my mirror.
I love that.
And so it sits there, and of course my mirror looks very special and I don't clean it as often as I should, but
it's your mirror.
But it's my mirror.
It's okay.
And that's okay, right? And my husband loves it. He laughs at me all the time because I'm a little quirky. Another thing that I do, I'm a freak about whiteboards. I love whiteboards. I have a zillion whiteboards. Is I write notes to myself about how amazing I am every day.
I love that. Some of the things that I do for myself is when I find myself going to that place, which it happens, where I think, okay, I didn't get enough done today. Am I good enough? Am I going to make a fool out of myself on that stage or talking to somebody that I'm trying to empower? I say to myself, what would Angela say to you?
Angela would say, Galit, you're absolutely amazing.
Right.
You can do anything.
So really, if you think about it, and of course I'm being silly, but if you have somebody in your life that loves you, if you have somebody that supports you, and you called them up, and I really hope you have that one person. If you don't, please find them. That's one of the key reasons why we're starting the Everyday Woman community. You think about all the things that they say to you that are positive. Write them down on a piece of paper. Write them in your memo pad in your phone, whatever app you have. Make it a screensaver. I don't care. But there are days where I have to remind myself the way others see me, because there's got to be a reason why they see me that way. So why can't I see myself the way that they see me?
Well, I think we're our own worst critic. I have another fun thing that you can do if you're like, because Galit and I are on the computer like all day long, right? So you know how I have a Mac. You're not a Mac girl.
No,
You're a
I'm
Windows
so
girl.
not. Please.
Okay.
PC girl.
She's a PC girl. I'm
Droid
a Mac
and
girl.
PC.
So if you're a Mac girl, I don't know if you can do this on PC. You can put little sticky notes. They're like a little app. And you can put a little sticky note on your screen that says "You are enough."
Yes, we have that too. Yeah. Believe it or not.
Well, there you go. So that, what the other thing too is, the Everyday Woman Manifesto.
Oh yeah, you'll have access to that anytime you want. You can download that as a screensaver, and it basically reminds you of all the different topics that Angela and I are going to be talking about in our episodes.
Absolutely. So the other thing too, Galit, that I think is super important to remind yourself that you are enough really is so this is fun. If you have a partner, or if you have a child, especially little ones, and you tell them every day, Mommy, come up to me and tell me that you are enough. Like, remind me, even in those dark times, right? Because we all go through hard times. I mean, Galit and I, we've been through a lot of stuff in our lives.
Not fun stuff either.
Not fun stuff. So, have fun with this. Think of creative, outside of the box solutions that you can have every day that will remind you that you are enough, and laugh about it, right? Come inside our Facebook group page. Come into our community. Tell others, hey, I need you to tell me I'm enough today. Do something fun like that.
I think more than anything, what we want you to take from this episode is that we are human. Last time I checked, we're all kind of human, which means we have that. I know.
Sometimes I wonder if I'm an alien.
Yeah, I know. Or I'm a robot. But we are all human. And at the end of the day, you must recognize that there will be times where you have bad days. And it's not about giving yourself a hard time about those bad days or those thoughts that show up. It's about recognizing that as you work on yourself, and yes, it is work. As you work on yourself and your thoughts, you need to know more than anything that it isn't about getting back up. It's that each time when you get back up from being down at that place where it just seems so difficult and you'll never get back up, you'll get up each time a little quicker. I promise you.
It happens.
Some of the conversations Angela and I have had over the years, because we've gotten quite close and we share quite a bit with each other, is that fetal position. For me, it was the closet. The fetal position.
Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me?
See, we didn't even know that.
I didn't know that. I used to
It was my closet.
My closet too.
My closet.
My closet.
It was a safety place.
Well, and you know what? It was, my husband likes the house really clean, so I kept a clean house, but my closet was always messy. That felt good because I like to just have a little clutter sometimes, so I would go in my closet. It's my safe. I've done podcast episodes years ago about how I would go be safe in my closet.
Fetal position.
Yeah.
I think it's more that we want you to see, sometimes from the outside, people looking and think that life is perfection. We've got our pretty dress on, our nails done, our hair done, our makeup done. Oh yeah, you should see us first thing in the morning. We'll post some of those pictures soon. That it isn't perfect. There is no perfect. And the biggest thing that we want you to take away today is that you are enough. And if you don't start believing it for yourself, it doesn't matter if 1,000 people tell you you're wonderful, amazing, and brilliant. Until you believe it for yourself, you really can't start producing the type of life that you deserve.
Absolutely.
What do you think, Ange?
Oh, I absolutely 100% believe that. And, as I've aged in my life, I look back, because I was always so self-critical. I mean, so hard on myself. And I look back at myself in my 20s and my 30s, and I'm like, wow, I was actually amazing. I'm amazing. I wish I would have known. I wish I would have had that community of women that could have propped me up. At that time, I didn't. So I'm all about you realizing that you are enough and that you have a community of women that are here to support you and tell you every day you're enough. But you need to tell yourself and recognize no matter what's going on in your life, no matter your past, no matter your future, you're enough right now, right here, as you're listening to this or watching this today. You're enough.
Yes. And I think what we want you to know is that, yes, there are so many women out there and men, it doesn't matter what gender, that are not going to support you and that are going to be jealous and they're going to judge you and they're going to not treat you the way that you deserve.
That's okay.
But there's just as many that will. So surround yourself, as Angela said earlier, with those people. Attach yourself as much as you can and find those communities that will be there to support you, uplift you, empower you, and wipe away your tears when you're not having such a great day. And remind you that yesterday you were flying high and feeling wonderful about life, and that today, which possibly could be related to hormones because we are women, right? Today is temporary. Temporary. The feeling you have in this moment is temporary.
Absolutely. And you can get through anything, really, truly.
Yes.
Because you know what? At the end of the day, you're enough. You're enough just how you are. It doesn't matter what you look like, how fat or skinny you feel, what someone next door said to you. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, you're enough. You are beautiful inside and out. And just know this. Just know. Like, your goal every day should be just to have that knowing inside of you that you are enough and everything's going to be okay, because it always will be.
Yes, I truly believe that. And more than anything, we wanted to thank you for sharing with us our first ever episode for Everyday Woman TV and podcast, because we're going to be doing both.